So here's a trick I call Revolving Aces. Deck cards, and we're going to use, well, no surprise, the aces. We're going to go for the ace of hearts. That'll be the first one, okay? The next one is the ace of spades, okay? The third one is the ace of clubs, and last one is ace of diamonds, usually referred to as women's best friend. I still don't know why. Anyway, so we'll come back to those aces in a bit. Just remember that they are in different parts of the pack. Then again, all I have to do is just give it a little wave, and it can just appear right on top, just like that. That's pretty amazing to me anyways. We'll actually set the rest of the deck aside right there. And so we got the aces, and I want to actually show you what I think is a pretty cool trick. Okay, we're gonna try something amazing out. Actually, go start like this. I'm going to actually make it super epic. Super epic. What I'll have to do is just give it a shake. No fast moves, and you notice, believe it or not, one card is turned face down. It doesn't seem like much, but this is a useful power, as you can tell. Can't be serious myself. Ace of clubs went face down. Give it a little shake. You can actually get the next one, the ace of spades, to turn down. A very, very useful power in card magic indeed, to be able to shake and turn any card, women's best friend in this case, face down. And then one last shake, we can finally get that ace of hearts to turn face down. But you know, I know what's even crazier than that magical feat, ooh la la, is actually getting the cards, giving a little rub, and actually, believe it or not, turning all of them red, just like that. My name is Dan from Revolving Magic, and I thank you. So right before we jump into the explanation, if you can leave a like, that would be awesome. It helps the YouTube algorithm in getting this video out to more people. So leave that like, and let's jump into the explanation. So now for the explanation of what I'm calling Revolving Aces. I know there's probably magicians that already come up with that title. I'm just using it for the context that, for crediting, this originally came from Oz Perlman, most of the effect, which I adapted, and as well as there was another magician who was doing a similar effect with the ace sequence. That is not mine. That is not mine at all. But I do want to give credit to who it is. I've never seen that turnover before. It's like a Vernon turning over the aces, but with just a cover card, more modern. I really liked it, but I want to credit it, so if someone leaves in the comments who that person is by, then I can put in the description properly crediting everyone for that little segment in the whole trick routine thing. So with all that crediting and stuff out of the way, let's go into it. We have a normal deck with one thing about them: the aces are removed and they are replaced by these four aces right here, which are different colors. So blue box, blue deck, red aces, or whatever four of a kind you want to use for your effect, but you know, aces or royal cards tend to be heavily preferred. And so we just go right into it. I usually have, and I just riffle, put some down, riffle, put some down. I should also mention before we even continue, and this is a huge point, you will need to know how to cull for this version. There are alternate versions of how you can be able to do it. You could do without culling them, but and I'll go into that, but for the getting to the top originally, you kind of need to know how to cull. But I will give an alternate version, so we'll be all covered. So I usually have the ace of spades second. I don't know why, just a personal preference. Just having them different colors just makes when you're turning over the aces a little bit more magical. So number 3, colors sorted. Number 4, you don't want it too near the top, but you know, meh, whatever. Okay, so we got all the aces and we just shove them inside. There you go. Put it in your box, you're all set. And this could be like a commercial one-off trick, or maybe a closer, depending on what you want to use it for. But it's just a fun little thing I like to just show around. Maybe an opener? I don't know, because you're going to have to color change the aces back. I don't know. It's just a cool trick regardless. We'll find the context for it. So I spread through, and I do an Armstrong. I wanted to heavily emphasize it before, but I didn't get to do it in the performance. I push off a couple cards, and then this is a John Armstrong idea where you push off more so you get more cover when you're doing the call in reverse. I didn't really I was looking at it, I didn't flash too much, but there was slightly something going on. I would have been able to cover it better if I had more cover pushing up these cards. Anyways, so we go to the first ace. I might as well give the easy version first and then the actual call version. The easy version is just going through the aces, going for the aces and just turning up. That's 1, that's 2, this is 3, and this is 4 aces. And then you could do the Spanish thing where they, or it's a, maybe it's a Daryl gesture, where you actually just point them out. Yeah, no, it's a Spanish idea. Where you actually point them out and you're subtly gesturing the blue. You're trying to emphasize blue continually, even though these are all red. So we're trying to re-emphasize that. Hey, these are the aces we're going to use. Subtle. And then we can take him out, and then you get into the same position. Okay? But for the advanced version that I usually like to do, just to amaze audiences, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Show them aside. Okay. I just usually like to casual talk to spectator, and then I just call it. I just literally call it. And if you don't know how to call, but you want to learn, that's not something I really cover. It's like the one thing I won't cover because I have too much respect for Kostya Kimlat. So type in Roadrunner Call DVD by Kostya, Kostya, Kimlat, Kimlat. Great guy, funny guy. And I just support him so much. Not sponsored, but great guy, and I really take up my magic because of, like, to next level because of calling. So definitely worth the check out. So ace of spades, number 2 for the call. Number 3, ace of hearts, you point it in, call. So you got the 3, I'm flashing, purposefully flashing. Okay, we got 3 in, and then the 4th one. And now we're going to switch into my own technique, which I call calling and reversing. And the extra cover of the above cards gives us more leniency to this move, and it's literally as I'm squaring up the cards, I use my middle finger of my recessive hand to push the cards and do a half pass underneath the cover of the spread. You wouldn't even see it. So, but I'm purposely flashing with tutorial, push it, and it reverses, and then let it close, square up. Okay. Again, I didn't really flash it too much, but there was like possibly something going on. But the casualness takes away from all that heat. The thing was, I didn't, again, add enough cover, but adding enough cover leaves you in a less vulnerable position. Anyways, I'm all set up. I gave it a wave, and then I could turn over the pack, and you got all 4 aces, which you could just deal out. Okay? Again, they're different colors, but I'm trying to create this casualness of it. And all they see is blue, 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 blue the whole way through. And that rhymed. Anyway, so from this point, I square up the cards and adding 1 card, just a random card, to the bottom of the packet. I leave it halfway out in biddle grip, so deck there. And I just fancily lay it right there. Okay? And then you can actually push, you could just do a push off if you want and show all the cards. But like this one earlier, that was with the other deck, the red pack I was doing with before. Well, not in this video, but I was practicing it and it just kept on splitting. So what I came up with was doing lifting up, so middle finger from front, and I'm just lifting up 3 cards. Sorry, 2 cards. 2 cards to make sure that I'm just lifting up 2 cards so I can get an easy spread like so without having to worry about the double, because I would have it in forefinger right here, fingers right here. It's pretty well stated. We're pretty well stuck in place, so then boom. And then from here, so now that we've got this secured, this is under control, we've spread the cards, we can show all 4 aces, casual position. Then we take 2 cards and put it underneath to set up for this ace turnover sequence I have never seen before. I just saw a magician do, and then I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he was just doing direct performance. I'm like, I can mimic that. And then I used this whole sequence. So again, I want to know who to credit for this. I don't know whose it is. Anyways, the work's already set up for you. All you have to do is give it a shake and just peel off cards singly. 1, 2, 3, and then that's the single card. This is a double containing the other ace, but because the whole sequence it naturally works. And so you just leave the double right on top, them right here, and you can show the position. Very clean, very nice. And we mentioned how it is the ace of hearts that's turned over. One tip, you do not want to have the cards up to here and near eye level, because then they can see a split right here, possibly. And say, hey, this is a double. That's not good. So you want to tilt it down right here so they can see it. Okay? So then I simply just square up the cards, you give it a shake, and you do it 4 times, and it just works. It's so evil, it's so great. So 1, 2, 3, and you mentioned how the ace of spades turned over. Square everything out. Maybe you do a turning gesture like this for the third one. Do you say it's tricky? Ooh, so tricky. By peeling off cards and shaking. So much effort. It's just all fun. Anyways, ace of clubs. One last shake, and then we are set up for the position where we need to be. And then we go ace of diamonds. Or whatever for just women's best friend. It's a joke. So we got that. And so once we're here, we square up all the cards. Okay? And then we're going to do a push through the hand. Like, we're going to push the cards through the hand. So it's kind of cool because we set it all up very well. Blue, 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 blue. And just push the cards on through. Let's just get the cards, turn it down, push it, thumb through the hand, and you suddenly see them start to turn red. It's like, wait, what? That's odd. And then we can re-grip the cards. And we are currently in this position. 1 random face reverse blue card, and then the 4 aces. And so how we go about this, and to make sure it's a done deal, is we do an Ascanio spread, or the modern day Ascanio spread. I know I'm going to get so much hate for not doing the old-fashioned one, but whatever. We do an Ascanio, okay? And then from here, we take off the double. So after doing the Ascanio spread, and I have covered the Ascanio spread in a previous video. You can check it on the channel, Ascanio spread. Intermediate card techniques, Ascanio spread. Then you'll see my video pop up on it. We do the Ascanio, okay? And then from here, we take the double, which is the blue jack of diamonds, and we just take it and we just bend it a little, like this. So middle finger is being held by the middle finger, thumb, and forefinger. So then we do the Ascanio spread, and then we actually can just drop it gently. There we go. And so we just literally drop the double. Well, let me pick it up. And it just tends to hold itself together, just being as one. And then we drop the cards, and from the last 2, you can actually just drop them like this. And there you go. Surprisingly, the cards cover it. There's no flash. And then from here, we can get the rest of the cards and just spread them, giving a whole picture of them changing out of nowhere, which is quite cool. Awesome. So, but again, I should go over it a couple times. And so for a couple more times, looks like this. Okay. So one last time, I'm going to do the Ascanio, and it's going to look like this. Okay, and I give it a little pinch, and then I do that, drop them, can show the aces, and there you go. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the trick. Like and subscribe if you want. See you in the next video, and wishing everyone a wonderful, wonderful day. Talk to you soon.